Okay, welcome to the Python Walkathon session, guys. So I hope everybody know this W3 schools. So I request you to open the W3 schools. The address is w3schools.com. I am sharing this link in the chat. Kindly open in your laptop as well. So the W3 schools giving the multiple tutorials. You can see here in the tutorials the HTML and CSS, JavaScript, and the backend multiple languages Python, SQL, PHP, Java, C, C++, C Sharp, R, Kotlin, Go, any kind of language. And also they have given this web building and also for the data analytics. In my view, I am following this from my the career starting, and I feel it's a very helpful who wanted to learn very quickly and also with the all sort of examples. So let us go one by one. Okay, yeah, we today this is session especially for the Python walkathon. So you once you go open the W3 schools, here itself you have the Python. You can see here, and you can click here and the Python tutorial will open. So benefit with this particular Python tutorial through W3 schools is you no need to install Python in your laptop. Through online itself, using the the W3 schools, we can able to practice it. So let's go one by one. If you have any question or if you didn't understand, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me and I can help you with that. So this is the Python tutorials, and let's go start into the introduction of this. So what is a Python? Python is a popular programming language, and it was created by Guido van Rossum, and they released in the 1991. So currently most of the applications are using the Python. They are using for the web development server side. Multiple softwares are building on top of the Python, and using the data analytics. The machine learning areas they are using the Python. For the mathematics they are using, and also using the system scripting. So in my in my view, I have learned the C language and also C++, Java, and Python. These four languages I have learned. Compared to these four languages, Python I felt very easy because it's just using the simple indentation. You no need to do it will reduce the lot of syntax things, so that the errors also will be reduced a lot, and it's very easy to learn. And if you learn the Python language, using this Python language, tomorrow if you wanted to learn any new language, it's a very easy, you can able to learn a new one, new one also. So what Python can do, it can create a web application, it can able to create workflows in the software, and it using the database system, it can read and modify the files, and it can handle the big data, perform complex mathematics, and also rapid prototyping and a production ready software development also it can able to do. So let's go further without further ado. So if you wanted to install a Python in your laptop, how you can do is you can go to the python.org and you can able to download it. Okay, so you can go to this particular website which is called python.org. Okay, from here you have the downloads button, and that whether it is a Mac OS or a Windows, you can download that particular one. So there is a the 3.2.4, you cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. So whenever you wanted to use a 3.2.4, which is the latest released on the June 6th 2024, the latest one. Okay, so you can able to use this the Windows installer 64-bit or 32-bit, or which one would you like to take. And once you install, no, you can able to use the Python version, and you can search the Python version and you will get those details. And Once this is done, we'll directly jumping into the Python syntax here. Now, whenever you wanted to execute a Python syntax, you can write print hello world, and now then it will give the hello world. Okay, and also whenever you wanted to save any file, you are going to save it using the Python myfile.py. And Python have a indentation. What is mean by indentation, my friend? So let me explain. Suppose, for example, you wanted to write a loop. For example, you wanted to identify like that. Suppose you given A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3, and you wanted to identify if B is greater than A or not. Okay. Normally, in other other security other languages, you have to do like that. You have to add the brackets, and then you have to write whether it is a B is greater than A. If yes, then no, write something comment, and then you are going to close the bracket. So like that, you have to do that. But here, when you using the Python, you no need to do like that. You can directly write like if B is greater than A, and you write a column, and when you enter, my friend, you will leave one space. So that is called the indentation. So if you write some comment one here, again comment two, so using this space, it will identify that these comment one and comment two is fall under this particular if loop. So that is how the Python is going to identify. You're not writing this kind of brackets. Okay, in earlier another functions, how you write, no, you're not writing any brackets over here. So by leaving one single space after that, so that you are mentioning and to the Python compiler that, hey, this comment one and comment two belongs to the if loop. So that we use the indentation. So now you can try this indentation. It is follow under the Python syntax. You can try it yourself. So when you write if 5 is greater than 2, and we are written print 5 is greater than 2, then it has given like that. For example, if I remove this particular space, let us see. And when I run it, then it will throw an error. See, it throwed an error. So it is telling that error. What is the error, my friend? This is the indentation error. It is expecting an indented, indented block. So it require indented block. So when you write one single space and you run it, see, it work. Okay, single space is enough. Okay, so let's go further. Next, let's go to the comment section directly. Yeah. So when you are writing a program, it is very much important you have to write a comment, because in your while you are writing a program, there are the when you are developing, like a kind of a team of members will be there. When you have a team of members, okay, suppose for example, you you are writing 100 lines of code. Okay, line one you said, then you use some function one, and after that use some function two, and then you used one loop one, like that something you have used. In your team you have 100 developers are there, 100 members are developers are there, and you wanted to mention them. Okay, or tomorrow if you wanted to see why you wanted to use this particular function, why you are using this particular loop, no, you may forget, or you whenever you wanted to inform to your friend, how you going to inform? So that is the reason by any programming language use the something called comment. Comment is nothing but in your program itself using something kind of hash. For example, in Python they use the hash, and you write something about it. For example, the function 2, function 2 is to calculate the difference. Suppose, so you are calculating the difference and you are writing like that as a comment, so it will be uh, helpful for the other fellow developers. This this why you are using the function to something. If they find something good way, they will change it, otherwise they will follow the same. So the comments are very much important, and let us see how you can write a comment over here. So now this is the one of the example. Here we are writing a, this is a comment, and we are writing a print hello world. Let's try again. Okay. So here instead of hello world, okay, you can write anything. Like for example, I just write Olympics. So right, and let's run. Then it's write it as a, it will print it as a Olympics. And in the comment you write anything. You can give, numbers. You can give any kind of symbols, anything you can able to go, but the comment will be omitted. It won't read by the compiler. It directly go to the next statement, whatever it is present. So here you can see the comments even can be placed at the end of a line. No, the comments can be placed at the end of the line as well. You can write like this, and even you can able to comment some section of it. And you, whenever you wanted to write the next concept is, whenever you wanted to write the multi-line comments, either you can write like that, multiple lines you can able to write, or you can able to write like this as well, like you are going to block a section of the program and then you are going to write. So let us see, let's try it yourself. So here we've written a comment, multi-line comment using this. Then when you run it, it run it, and it is going to omit all these three lines, and it is going to print it. When no matter what are all the in a real time, why you are using the multi-line comment? Let us understand that. Suppose for example, when I use mostly is multi-line comment whenever I wanted to troubleshoot my program. Okay, whenever I wanted to troubleshoot my program, so I do this multi-line comment. So what happens, my friend? So I write a program, I write using some function one. I will write one function one, and then I use the loop one. Okay, and again I write some function 2, and again write function 3. Like that I have the multiple functions in my script. There is a some error is coming. I don't know where is the error now, where exactly this particular error has happened. I really don't know. So that time what I will do, first I will verify whether the function one is working fine or not. How to do that? So I will from this line till this line, now I will make it as a comment so that my Python program won't take this much. Only it will execute a function one and it will give whether I have got the right answer or wrong answer. Once the function one is given perfectly fine, then I will go with the function one and loop one, and I will remove these quotations here and I will put here, so that final function one and loop one will execute, and whether it is working fine or not, I am going to get, like that. Whenever I wanted to change easily, I use this multi-line comment. So this is how we are going to use the multi-line comment. So you can use this one. Okay, so this is the one exercise you have. You do the exercise as well. Like comments in a Python are written in a special character. Which one? Which one is the special character? So the special character is the asterisk. The hash. Okay, you write the hash, and you will submit the answer, and it will see. Now, if you submit the answer, then it will tell you, yeah, show answer. This is the correct answer. So it is how it is going to tell. And there is some exercise two also there. So they wanted to ask you, use a multi-line string to make a multi-line comment. So make it as a multi-line comment. So you have to use like that, three columns. And once you write, you can able to submit the answer. Then it will tell whether it's a correct or not. Even exercise one also, it should say like that. When I say hash and submit the answer, yeah, it is saying the correct. Okay, like that we will do the comments. Next, let's go to the Python variables. We went to the exercise section actually. So let me go back. Yeah, let's close all this. Next, once the comments are completed, next let's go to the variables, Python variables. So in any programming language, variables are very much important. We wanted to make sure that, instead of writing directly, you wanted to represent that a variable in a one of the string. For example, you wanted a user input, right? You wanted a user input to be taken. So when you have taken that user input, you have to take. For example, you are creating one of the web application, right? You are creating what? One of the web application. Whenever you are creating one web application, right? You need in a website you are going to ask username and password. So you will save this particular username using one variable name. Like for example, you're going to save it is using uname, and this password you are going to save it in a password. So, okay. So you need to give some kind of a variable name so that, okay, once you give this name, then you will verify in the database server. You will say whether uname is correct or not, password is correct or not. Okay, but you don't exactly, the value will be there, but you need some kind of a name, no, the variable name you are going to give it. So here we have taken x is a variable and y is a variable. What is the x value we are giving? We are given the x value as 5. And what is the y value we are giving? We are giving the John as the variable to it. So when you print this, let us print it. It is giving x is 5 and y is John. Let's change x to some other thing. Like for example, I will write another one. I will write x name is Python learning. And when I run it, so whenever I wanted to print x, it is going to print Python learning. For example, I wanted to write like that. I wanted to take x is 3 and y is 5. Now I wanted to print x plus y. What is the x plus y? So when I print, it is going to print like that. 8. What is the benefit of that is whenever you are taking a user input, whenever you are taking a user input, so that you going to calculate x plus y only, because user may give 3 or he may give 3000, right? So you no need to change the function every time. So you make one function and you take the input as dynamic. When you run it, it will give the value to you. So that is okay. So there is a issue. Sorry, I have given a user input while I'm telling you. I have written a user input, but this is neither a keyword. No, it is not good one. So that time, what I should do, I should make it as a comment. When I make it as a comment, Python will skip this and it will go to the second line. So when I run it, now it is going to, yeah, the giving the answer. So these are the variables, and you can go down, and here we have given x is equal to 4 and x is equal to Sally. So what is the answer we are going to get, my friend? We are going to get Sally. So why? Because whenever you are creating a variable, like, whenever you say x is equal to 5, what happening in the backend is in your system, in your database, here it is going to some space. It will take some space and it will give the space name is x. and you are putting the value as 5 into it. So whenever you are printing that value, the value is representing as 5. But now what you have done, again the second time you have given second time x is equal to some John. You have written it as a John. By writing like that in a second line, automatically Splunk will delete. Splunk will, sorry, the Python, the delete the variable result over here, and it is going to write here it as a John. So when you print, what is the result of x? How you will print? You will write print of x. When you print it, so the result is John will come, not the 5. So that is what happened here. So here the second time they take a Sally. So that's why it is given the Sally. So again, I am giving one more time. X is equal to 5. So what is the answer I'm going to get now? This time the answer is 5. So let us see. The answer is 5. So every time it is now what happened after that when I say again x is equal to 5. So again the Python first line when it executed the first line, it created as x is equal to 5. It has created x is equal to 5. And after that, when I say x is equal to John, again, after the second line, first line, again it will remove the 5 here and it has written here the John. Again, when it come to the third line, the point line by line, it execute. When it come to the third line, what will happen? Where again x is equal to 5, so that it has cleared it and it has written x is equal to 5. So now whenever we are printing the x, the result of x is equal to 5. So this is how this Python variable will is printing here. Next one is something called casting. So here you wanted to mention what type of variable it is. Okay. So there are the multiple types of variables are there. Like one is the string in, next one is the uh, integer, and next one is the float. Why you have these difference is string is they're going to take a limited values of that, and no there are the multiple different variables are there. Let me see, let me I would like to cover that first. Where is it? 1 minute, my friends, 1 minute. Let's see. I wanted to verify Python how much space. Let us see now. So variable memory size, okay, this is the important one. So whenever I have given, every character different letters, so every time it is going to it is giving some space. No, it will give the space to it. So let me see where it has given it. I want to have a uh, sorry, my system little bit hanging, so that's why it is taking a little time. Okay, so let Let me see whether it has get or not. No, it didn't get. No problem. We'll do one thing. Let's ask Gemini. Let's ask Gemini itself. Let's ask Gemini. When Google not giving answer, let's do that. So int in a Python, when I mention x is equal to 5, then x is integer type. Then how many bytes x got allocated in system? So whenever we write the integer type, the no it will vary depending on the Python implementation of specific value. So we have to write like this: print system get size of x, then it will be according to the base, it is going to get minus 5 to the 256, okay, after the pre-allocated space. So whenever you are writing that particular space, you are mentioning that how much space you wanted to allocate here. Suppose you written x is equal to int of 5, okay, so that it will identify that this is the integer. For the integer, it will occupy a specific space. For example, if you write x is equal to string of 5, okay, then when you make it as a string, then according to the string value, it will occupy one more space to that, so that it will preoccupy some space and it will give you that space. So that is what here in a W3 schools, no, in the variables we are writing this. So whenever you say x is equal to string of 3, you are making 3 as string. And when you say y is equal to int of 3, you are telling 3 is a integer type. And whenever you say z is equal to float of 3, and you are mentioning 3 is a float. So when we try this, we will see a wonderful phenomena. See, the string of 3 is it's coming as a 3. Integer of 3, it has given integer at 3. And when I say float 3, it has gone to the 3.0 as a float. Suppose normally, when you say, for example, x plus 2, okay, it will throw error. So for example, let's see y plus 2 and z plus 2. Let us see what is the answer we are going to get. It's a x value 3, y value 3, and z value 3. And for each value, I'm adding the 2. Let's see what is the output. The output is it is throwing the error because it is the error name is type error. Why? Because you have added x as the string of 3, so you cannot able to add to the string. For example, let's comment this particular line and let's go directly to the y plus 2 and z plus 2. Let's see the what is the value now we are going to get. Yeah, see now it is a y integer value and 2 is a integer number, so that both merged, both as added, and it given the 5. Same like that, print z plus 2, it is a float value, so float with integer, it has given the result of float again. So like that we have got the Python variable. So okay, this is called casting, like which type of variable you are going to do. And sometimes what happens, you wanted to identify what kind of variable it is, so that time you are going to use type of x, okay. So for example, whenever you are writing the program, it will give the result as 5, but you don't know that a 5 is an integer or a string. If it is a string, when you add with another number, it will throw the error. You will feel like it's a 5, I'm adding some another integer, why it is throwing it, no? So that time if you do this type of x, it will tell the what type that particular integer it is. Let us try ourselves. Now here you can see x is equal to 5 and y is equal to string. So how we do the differentiation is, here we have given for the string these double quotes. For example, let's take one more thing, like this is z is 5. This is also 5 I'm taking, but now this time see here I have added 5 as the double quotes. Between the x and y, I am going to add one more line which is a print type of z. Okay, so let us see now. The x is integer, and here this is also 5, but this is a string. How I have defined this is a string? By using the double quotes. Using the double quotes, I mentioned this particular 5 is a string variable. So like that we can able to do. And there is some confusion for everyone when we are writing the code, and also whenever you see the code, sometimes they use double quotes for the string, or sometimes this is single quotes for the string. You can use anything. Either you can use double quotes or you can use the single quotes. So both are same. Okay, anything you can use and you will get the same output. And also case sensitive. So here the variable names are case sensitive. So here variable name, the small a is different than capital A. Okay, so let us try ourselves this particular. So here small a and capital A. So whenever we discuss, right? So x is equal to int 5. Now what I'm doing, I am giving small a. I am adding the small a here. I am adding small a is equal to 5. And now I am giving capital A is equal to, for example, I am giving another one John. Okay. When I do that, here let us understand the phenomena here. So here for A, it has got a separate space, and here it has got the space as the value as 5. Value as 5. When I say capital A, here, no, capital A, here it is a capital A. Capital A have got a different space. And what is the value we have given here? We have given the value as John. Okay, so whenever I print small a, it given the 5, capital A, it given the John. It is not overwritten. So because the variable names are case sensitive. Okay, there is one question asked by one of our friend. What is the string and float used for, and why the output is different in both? Okay, so I think in W3 school they did not mention that particular thing. So let me see whether they mentioned it in a C or not. Anywhere it is the same thing. So let me see uh, whether we need we need to understand something here. Okay, let me see. Let me find out from a different website the result for it. Gemini, what are the variables in Python? Let us find it out, the result. Okay, 1 minute. It is present under the data types. We are getting in the data types. Yeah, so here it go. So here, these are the data types we have. Okay, yeah, this will come later, but however, as one of our friend has asked, I just make this little friend. So built-in data types in Python, we are using the multiple data types. So there are the few built-in data types are there. We have to understand that. First, text, we use the string. For numeric types, we use the integer, float, and complex. For the sequence types, we use list, tuple, and range. Mapping type, we use the dictionary. Set types, we use set and frozen set. Boolean types, we use bool or boolean. Binary also we use bytes, byte array, and memory view. And non-type, none type, we use the none type. So when no, so what is what? Let us clearly understand that. First, whenever you are using some kind of string, okay, so that time you use it as a string. Here, this is a integer value. This is integer means normal numbers. So that time we use the int. But when we have the point, 20.5, 36.6, no, the Fahrenheit, the Celsius, whenever you wanted to mention, so that time use the float numbers. But you also required sometimes the complex numbers whenever you wanted to mention some kind of username. Username is having but no, username always will go with the string. But sometimes you wanted to add numbers only, but those are called complex numbers. So those complex numbers contain string as the number and also the string both combined. So that time use the complex number. Next we have the list. List you are representing with this particular square brackets, and you have a tuple you have this the circular brackets. And next you have a range, you use the range of 6 like this. And next you have a dictionary. Dictionaries means name is equal to John, key value, age 36, name John, age 36, key value like that, key value pairs will be there. And you have a set is also having this curly braces, using the curly braces, whereas you don't get key value pairs, you will get the list of the numbers. And there is something called frozen set. So this is the frozen set. A frozen set you have to mention like frozen set of and particular set you will close. And the next one is a boolean have only two values, true and false. And the next one is bytes. So that time use the b of hello so that it will take a byte. And byte array of 5, and memory view byte view, and also none type, none as x. So like that we use the multiple data types. Okay. So how to set a specific data type is, you can use the same functions to set up integer into 20. Float 20.5 you can set up, it's a float 20.5, you can mentioning that x going to get float type of value, so that it according to the float type of value it will give some space and it will anticipate the result is float. And also complex, you can make list, tuple, range, dictionary is a simple word, dict only, dict. And set, Trojan set off, and bool, and bytes, byte array, and memory view. So like that, we can able to assign a value without confusion into the thing. So this is the data types. I hope I hope that your question is clear. But if you still have a question, kindly please unmute yourself and ask the question, my dear friend. Okay, right. So, and again, I'm going back to the variables. And also, I just want to give a small pause here. Anyone have, is everything fine, or you have any questions up to now? Okay. Now let's go to the in a variable second section called variable names. So we just understand that variable, you can name it as a variable. Up to now we have kept a variable as x and y, but whenever you are writing a variable in a production environment, you will write it as a kind of short name. You will inform it what is it for, what exactly the variable is going to do. So you can write like this, like my var, no, legal variable name, like what. or else you can use the underscore, or you can start with the underscore, or you can write small letters and capital letters, or entire capital letters, and also you can use mywhere 2 as the, and you can even mention the numbers to it. But which are not legal, which will throw error, is if you write number at the first, then it will throw error. Even if you write the hyphen, or when you write the space other than underscore, then the variable names it won't accept and it is going to throw the error. So okay, so that is how you is going to work. Let us see this. Try it you myself. Yeah. So now here we have added multiple variable names and it has added. So here itself, let us change. For example, if you write to my where, or instead of underscore, you write like this. And also you give hyphen. Let us see what is the error it is going to throw. So when you run it, sorry, actually, there is a one mistake here. Let us go there and do it. I will tell you what is the mistake. Anyhow, these are throwing the error because it is not taking it. So it is telling that syntax error, invalid syntax. And even here, what it is telling that whenever it is starting itself, it is not taking anything. You can see here, there is a trace back most recent call last. And here the issue with the to my where John, syntax error, which is a invalid syntax. Okay. During handling above exception, another exception also occurred again. It is throwing a same error. To my where you should not mention number as in front of the variable name. It is mentioning like that. So syntax error it is giving as it is a invalid syntax. Okay. And let's go further. And also whenever you are writing whenever you are writing the multiple words you wanted to keep it in a variable name, so that time there are the several techniques normally companies use, the developers use. The first one is called camel case. What is mean by the camel case is first letter. No, you are writing three names here. My variable name, my one word, variable one word, and name one word. When you write my, you write m as a small letter, and after that, when next word, whenever the next word is starting, you are mentioning capital letters here, capital V and capital N. So that is you are writing my variable name where capital V and capital N. This is called camel case, and there is something called Pascal's case. In the Pascal case, you're writing capital M, capital V, and capital N. Like every word starting, you are mentioning the capital letter. And third one is snake case, where you write everything in a small letter, whereas you are mentioning the different words using the underscore. So that is called the snake case. We don't need to remember the names, but you need to understand any way, one way you have to follow starting to the end so that everybody understands. If you follow the camel case one time, Pascal case second time, it is confusing to the other developers. So whether you are following the camel case, then follow entire your project, entire your the software development process. Okay, so that's one thing. And one more beauty with Python is, my friend, whenever you are assigning the multiple variables, you can mention, you can assign variables like that easily, like x is equal to orange, y is equal to banana, z is equal to instead of that you simply say x comma y comma z is equal to, you written simply orange, banana, and cherry. And whenever you are printing, you can print like that, simple x y z. Let's try ourselves. So you can change here, to different thing, like for example this is a flight, this is rocket, and this is a car. So let us run it. So then it will change it x, y, z, and what is the values of it. And remember that it is according to the same order with respect to that order only. This going to assign. It is not car not assigning to y. It's not like that. You are mentioning clearly x, y, z, and three values. Okay. What if I remove rocket and car? You know, I wanted to mention only only one value to the multiple variable. So that time you are going to write like that. X is equal to y equal to z equal to one variable only. So here you are going to do x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to flight. So whenever you do that, then x, y, z, all the values coming as a same flight. And also you can able to unpack a collection here. Suppose you're writing a list apple, banana, and cherry, and then there are the three values are there. So you are assigning fruits to the same number of three variables. So you can mention print of x, print of y, and print of z. And when you try it yourself, it is will show exactly the same order. X is apple, Y is banana, and Z is cherry. So that is what it is mentioning clearly here. And let's go further. Next one is output variable, like how to output that particular variable. So whenever you are output that particular variable, you say print of that particular X. So you using what is the function called print function. See, this is the print function. Under this function you are writing which one you wanted to showcasing in an output. X, Y, Z. Python is awesome. You are writing like that and you just wanted to make sure everything is right. So you wanted to mention like that x comma y comma z, and it is going to print exactly using the same order. For example, we change like this, then it will change the same order like that x, z, y. Whatever the order you are giving, in the same order it is going to mention. Okay, so you are controlling it. Next, also when there is a, these are the strings, right? You either you can use the comma symbol or you can use the plus symbol to mention, you can able to output it. And also whenever you are adding the multiple values, you can add the multiple values. X is equal to 5, y is equal to 10, and you can write print x plus y. And here it is throw the error, and here it will throw the error. Why? Can anybody tell me why it is throwing the error?
Two different data types.
Yes, you're right. Okay, very good. What you said is absolutely correct. And look at it, it is throwing the error exactly the same in a Python. You no need to remind everything. Type error, unsupported operand types for int and string. So by, if you clearly look at the error, you can you can understand what is the issue is. That is the beauty of the any programming language, especially the Python. Okay, very good. Let's go further. Next one is called the global variable. What is the global variable? Okay, so when you are writing, whenever you are writing a program, you are mentioned x is equal to awesome here outside of the function, and also inside the function you're writing print python is x. when you search, when you run it, it is telling X, Python is awesome. But if you mention the same here, for example, if you mention the same here, X is equal to, for example, you writing another way. Python is Python. Here at the X we say global awesome, and here in the X we say local awesome. Okay, when we run this particular thing, let us see it is taking the local awesome. Why? Because inside the function, whatever the variable you have given, this is called the local variable to the up to the function only. And whenever you're writing a function, this is how you're going to call. You're going to call whatever the function name and that bracket. Just give the bracket so that it is going to call this function. Even though you've written X is equal to global awesome, it is not going to take it. For example, you wanted to take, for example, here you wanted to mention print X here. Here I am printing X here and I am printing X here. Again, to that. So first, no, the code will go like that. First line, X is equal to global awesome. So X variable saved global awesome. Next, print X. Whenever it is printing the global awesome. And then it is going inside the function. Inside the function, it has mentioned X is equal to local awesome. So whenever print is saying Python is X, then it is given the preference or the preference to the local variable. And you can play with them, this local variable and global variable. Suppose here you can see here same thing we have mentioned. X is equal to awesome in a global level and X is equal to fantastic, fantastic. And whenever we are printing the my function, it is here in X, it is going to take the local variable. Whereas outside of the function, the local variable is not, take. Then it will go to the Python X is equal to the global variable it is going to take. Let us see this. Let us see this example. So here, first, the it took X is equal to awesome as a global level, and the next it took the function. It came to the function. Under the function, X is equal to local variable. Here print X. Here enter the print statement. Here the X is a local variable. Okay, and we have asked the my function. Then it will went inside and come here. And after that, the second one, print Python is X. Then it is going to print like that. Okay, so this is how the global variable goes, and also the global keyword. Whenever you use the global keyword, okay, global keyword, then every time now the X will be like it is going to take a global variable only. It is going to use the global variable. Okay, you can use the global variable to call it. So again, let us take this example. So here X is equal to awesome you have given, but after that in the function, okay, it will go to the my function, it will go to the function, and you have given global is equal to X and X is equal to fantastic, so that you have changed the X value awesome to the fantastic. So whenever you are printing letter, X value change it to the fantastic. So let us understand this clearly. Okay, so this is our program. Okay, this is our program, and now it is when you are running the program, Python program, first it is taking this statement and it is telling X is equal to awesome. So now let's take in the database, let us understand what happening inside the database. Now the X, it is taken X is equal to awesome. Okay, So it given some space to it. In that space, it has written clearly x is equal to awesome. And after that, actually, the next pointer, it won't consider this, it won't consider it, directly go to the second step to this my function. Okay, once my function got called, then only it go inside and it will read. Okay, so again I'm telling you, the first step what it is doing here, this is the first step, and the second step it is going to read is this is the second line it is going to read. Okay, and after that third line it is going to read because it called the my function. So this is the third line it is going to call. And next four global, five x is equal to fantastic, and then the sixth line, the sixth line it is going to it is going to execute. So now when you say the first line, so the x value has saved as awesome. This is what it has saved, awesome. And then it went to the my function, and it went inside of the my function, and it has written global x. So here x, you telling this local, it is not a local one, it is a global one. And in the global one you change it to the fantastic. So that what it is going to do, it is going to delete it, and it is going to save it as the fantastic. So this is how it is going to save it. Okay, so it is going to save it as a fantastic. Now whenever you are printing this x, then it is represent, then it is giving the output as fantastic. Okay, now we are going to do a little bit, a little more to it. So what we are going to do is, here I am going to write another function, def my function 2. This is the my another function I'm giving. Here I'm not taking a global variable, I'm just taking x is equal to uh, local function 2. Okay, local function 2, and here I'm printing x here. Okay, I'm printing the x here. So here after the my function, I'm going to call the my function of 2. Let us see what's happening over here. Okay, when you run this, it has print first the local function 2, and after that it has printed the Python is fantastic. Okay, let us understand why it has happened and how the pointer has gone through it. Okay, let's go one by one again. Now I am going to delete this one, and I am going to write here this is the program. Now again let's delete it. Now let's go one by one. First, the Python program starting from the top. This is the first, it is taken x is equal to awesome. So this is taken x is equal to awesome. Now the x value has saved as awesome. Next, it directly goes. This is the line number 1, and the line number 2 is my function. Line number 2, it read is the my function. Then from here, the pointer will go here, and this is how it will go. And now you are changing global x. Here you're telling this x is equal to global 1 and changing awesome to the fantastic. So let's delete it and write here the fantastic. Okay, you have written it as a fantastic here. Now what you have done, this has completed. Again it will go to the this step. Now okay, 3 4 5 again sixth line it is going to read is a my function 2, and it will go to the my function 2. Still there is no output, my friend. Okay, this is just it's changed. And in my function 2 you have written local variable x. So that time what it is going to do, it is going to save a new variable called local x, and it has given the name as local function 2. So here you have given the name of it is local function 2. This is a local variable, this is the local variable, and this is a global variable. Now after this, after you are assigning to it, immediately you are printing the x. Here it is this print statement is fall under this particular function. So here x is nothing but a local function too. So here you are got the first output. What is the first output you have got? Your first output is, it has printed your output. The first output is local I underscore function 2. And then after this completed, then it will go to the this last one. And now here printing Python is x. Here this x is a global variable. It will take the global variable. But what is the global variable here, my friend? It already changed it to the fantastic. So now it will write the second line is Python is fantastic. Okay, so this is how the Python will work, especially the global variable and the local variable. Okay, so is that clear? Any questions at this concept?
Actually, one question is there.
Go ahead.
What if like x is equals to awesome is there, right? So
Hmm.
what if we print x is equal print x after just giving the database the x is equals to awesome? Then it will type awesome, or
Where you want to print?
just after x is awesome. Yes,
Here you
over there.
wanted to print.
Yes, print x.
Then the output, yeah, output will be first. It will come as a awesome. Here first,
Okay.
awesome. So let us do that. Okay. Now we are going to keep here. Here you wanted to print, right? Print x. When you run it, first awesome only it is going to print. First awesome, then local function 2, and Python is fantastic. Okay,
Okay.
very good, guys. Next, let's go further. Next one is variable exercises. We have the exercises are there. So I will wait for you. Kindly do that exercise. This kindly do this exercise by yourself. You can click here, and you can go to the Python variable exercises. Yeah, exercise 1. Create a variable named car name. Okay, write a car name variable, and the value is capital V Volvo. Write capital E Volvo and submit the answer. Next, let's go to the exercise 2. Create a variable named x and assign value to 50 to it. Okay, create a variable name x and assign value to the 50. Write 50 here and submit answer correct. Let's go to the exercise 3. Display the sum 5 plus 10 using a two variable x and y. So here already y 10 given. You need to create one more variable called x here. And what is the value you are going to provide here? The 5. And here print, you have to say print x plus y. When you say the submit answer, you will get. For example, if you did not get what is the answer, okay, you can always check this show answer. You will get the show answer. But I suggest first you try something and then you print it. Okay. Now it is asking create a variable called z. So create a variable called z and assign x plus y to it. Yeah. Okay. Assign x plus y to it. and display the result. The display the result Z and submit answer correct. Next exercise 5. Insert correct syntax to assign values to the multiple variables in one line. So you have multiple variables and you want to assign them in a one line. So you have to write comma x comma y comma z. So exactly as per the sequence you have given, the sequence of values are associated to that. When you submit the answer, it is going to be correct. And same like that, next exercise 6. Here you are assigning a unique value, a single value to the multiple integers. So here you write x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to orange, so that it is the value orange will be saved under this x y z, and you submitting answer, it is given correct. Next exercise 7. When you write the exercise 7, insert correct keyword to make the variable x belong to the global scope. So we have discussed, so you have to write it is a global. When you submit the answer, it is showing it is a correct. We have completed all the exercise in the variables, and let's go to the data types. Next section is data types. So close this and go to the data types. Very good. So we just discussed before that. Again, I would like to repeat. In programming, data type is important concept. Variable can store data of different types, and different types can do different things. Python has the following data types. For text, string. For numerics, integer, float, complex. For sequence type, list, tuple, range. For mapping type, you have the dictionary. For set type, you have set and frozen set. For boolean type, you have bool, and binary type, you have bytes, byte array, and memory view. And none type, you have the none type. So getting the data type. So how to get a data type? Using the type function. So let us try ourselves. Okay. So here x is equal to 5. So you have got it is a integer. So let us see 5.0. Then if when I write the 5.0 and I run it, then it will give me a float. It should be type class float. What if I will say no, I put the 5 under the single quotes, then it become a string. Let us see. See, this is giving a string. And now I will say 5J, then it should be a class, it should say class complex, like that. Okay. So, and also there are the single data type. Now how we have given everything is mentioned over here, and we can try it each and everything clearly. For example, let us try with this bytes of hello. Try it. Once I try it, x is equal to byte of hello, and display x. When we x displaying, it is telling be hello. And what is the type of x? What is the type? It is a byte. Same like that. Let's go to the memory view of bytes of 5. Let us see this. So now we are telling memory view of bytes of 5, like where it is saved my 5. Okay, my x value. So it is telling, hey, it has a saved under in my memory this address 000B08FA0. This is my memory address. This is where it is has saved. And my print, when I say print type of x, it is telling it's a memory view. It's a memory view. It has a saved. Saved like that. None type. Let us see the none type. When you say the none type, we just added x is equal to none. Means nothing. It's a null, kind of none. When you say print x is showing none, and type of x is none type. If you write this none in a double quotes, everything will change. So immediately it will say print of x is none, but however it's changed the type to the string, just because I have given string the double quotations here. Okay, if I don't give the double quotation, then it become a none type object. So that is the one thing, like where normally in the interviews they trick you. with this a single quotes and none type object. Okay, so that's how these are data types. And if we go like how to setting up a specific data type, it's also easy. Use a string into the whatever the name of it, you will use that, and you will use this as circular bracket. Okay, use this circular bracket. When you use the circular bracket, it automatically taking it that. Okay, so this is about the data type, whereas we have the multiple exercise. Let us write this let us do that exercises. Okay, so let's close this, and I have opened the exercises page. Here you have a data types exercises, multiple exercises, 7 are there. Now, the following code example would print the data type of X. What data type would that be? X is equal to 5 and you are printing print type of X. So this is a int. Submit answer. Correct. Let's go to the next one. Here, you remember this, whenever you have a double quotes or single quotes, it's a string. So it's asking what data type would that be? It is a string, str, and submit the answer. Correct. Next, third one. The following print a type of X, and what could be this? This is a float. So right, float. Then submit the answer. It's correct. Okay, exercise 4. Now you have square brackets. Square brackets is list. List we save it in a square bracket. When we save, yes, correct. Next we have the circular brackets. Circular brackets for the tuple. Tuple. So this is a tuple. Okay, it's wrong. So let us see here. What is the tuple? It is no giving the tuple. So let us try this. This is what we write. The answer is tuple. Okay. So let me see what is the issue here. Okay, I written this wrong. Okay, submit answer. Yeah. So the issue is what happened is I have given wrong spelling. I write TOUPL. So it's wrong. So which is a TUPLE. So okay. So I given the wrong spelling mistake. I given the spelling mistake. Now it's correct. Exercise 6. So here, this is called key value. Key value. So that is called dictionary. They write simple DICT. Okay. So when you type, it's a correct. The same like that. Exercise 7. So x is equal to true, which is called boolean. So we simply say bool, BOOL. Okay, and submit the answer. It will be correct. So this is the exercise for the data types. Let's go the next one. Python numbers. Okay, so we already discussed there are three numeric types in Python. One is integer, float, and complex. So whenever you wanted to assign values to them, you can directly mention without mentioning also you can directly assign x is equal to 1, y is equal to 2.8, and z is equal to 1j. Here 1 is integer, 2.8 is float, and 1j is complex number. We can verify using the type function as well. And next, let us understand what is the integer. So what kind of numbers you can mention? Okay, so you can or integer is a whole number. That means there is no precision. It could be positive or it could be negative, but without decimals, okay, of unlimited length. Any length you take, then it is a integer only. Let us take this, try ourselves. So now we have given 1 and we have given some huge number. Let's add some other number, huge number, let us add. And when we run it, it is still, even though I added a huge number, it's still taking it as an integer. Even the negative also, how much number you take, no problem. It is as an integer only. and x is equal to 1 is also integer. So these all fall under integer. But once you put dot 0 here, dot 0, I have given x as 1 dot 0. When I run, immediately it will become a float. Even though it's a whole number, but I have added 1.0, even though the value is 1, exactly 1, right? But still, this become a float. So that's the second. So float or floating point number is a number, whether it's a positive or a negative, containing one or more decimals. Containing one or more decimals, even 1.0, even though equal to 1, still it is a float. 1.10 minus 35.59. Okay, these all are float. And float can also be scientific numbers with an e to the indicate to the power of 10. Okay, so whenever we say 35 no, to the power of e3, then it will become as, see, this is a float, so you can mention e or capital E, even though it's still no problem, it's a float only, it's not a complex number. So that is the difference is there, so that is the reason they have mentioned here. And whereas the complex numbers are written with a j as the imaginary part. Okay, so whenever there is a j is there, then they took it as a complex number. 3 plus 5j, y is equal to 5j, z equal to minus 5j, these all are fall under the complex number. And sometimes we wanted to change the we need to give the type, no, we need to convert the int to the float or float to the int. Sometimes we have to do that. And also complex, no, we need to change the complex. So how you can do that is, you can change the types using, you can change type using that specific number you can give. For example, here x is 1. This is a normally integer one, where they took a, they saying float of x, the float, whenever you writing the float number, it took, it going into the a. Same like that, whenever b, you're telling int of y, no, y is normally a float, but you are changing the type of the integer to the this particular y to the integer. Same like that, z is 1j, z is 1j, but you are not using. So here you're saying complex of x, x is int, but you are changing it to the complex, and you're printing them a, b, c, and you're printing the type of a, type of b, and type of c. Let us try it ourselves in the lab. So whenever we have changed it, okay, so whenever we say print of x, whereas we changed 1 to the float, immediately change it to 1.0. Whereas we changed the integer 2.8 to the float, we have changed it to the float, then it has float to the integer, sorry, then it has become a 2. And we have 1, and we want to add it as a complex, so then it become an imaginary number 1 plus 0j. Okay, and whenever we given the type of x, y, z, then it become like that. And one more important thing here is, my friends, whenever you are saying like that, okay, whenever you are telling like that, not only Python, any programming language, it will flow, the flow goes from right side to the left side. Okay, whatever you're doing on float of x, it is going to assign to the a, so like that it will go always. Okay, whatever the x, and you are doing to the float function to it, and then assigning that to the a, whenever the is equal to is there, then the flow will go from right to the left, always remember. Okay, so that is what we have done here. And go down, there is something called random function. So the random number, so whenever you wanted to create one random number, you have to import a random module. How to do that? We just say import random, and you will say print random of rand range is 1 to 10. That means our rand range is 1 to 10. So that create one random number between 1 to 10. Okay, you create it. So what are all the different use cases when you use this random range is, for example, what happened, I wanted to create no, this is one of the example. So I have the three servers. I have three servers, and I don't have a load balancer. Okay. Whenever a user logged into a server, okay, I don't have monitoring or anything. I wanted to make sure not everybody going into the single one. They need to go to the three different ones. But again, I don't want a sequence. I just need kind of random number. Randomly they wanted to go. Or I wanted to create one game. In that game, now somebody will somebody will guess the number between 1 to 100, and using the I want to generate one random number, and I want to give them the price. If the number matches and whatever they find out, then I want to give it. So that time I will need a random number. When I wanted to use it, then I will use between 1 to 3, and whenever the randomly whatever the number I have got, I will assign the user to the server. Okay. So like that is a random. Whenever you don't want sequential, you don't want something, you want it just random to be selection, then you use this random. So now let us try this. When I say random 1 to 10, giving a 4. Again run it. It given 9. Again run it. You cannot guess it. Okay. So you cannot able to guess which one you are going to get. So how to write? Import random, print random dot the range, whatever the range you given. Okay, so that is how you will do that. And let's go further. So there are the exercises are there. Let us start the exercises in the Python numbers. Insert the correct syntax to convert x into floating point number. Currently x is an integer. So how to convert it? Convert it using float function. When you write that, this is changed to the float. Next exercise 2. The insert correct syntax to convert x into an integer. So using int, so that it will convert into the integer. And same like that, the exercise 3. Insert the correct syntax to convert x into the complex number. So you have to write complex. When you submit the answer, it has converted that into it. Numbers are completed. Next, let's go to the next one called casting. So there may be times when you want to specify type of a variable, and this can be done with the casting. So Python is a subject-oriented language, and as such, it uses the classes to define the data types. So you can use the int function. So this one, it construct an integer number from a integer literal or a float literal or a string literal. And when you write a float, then it will construct a float number from a integer literal or a float literal or a string literal. And when you write a string, it will construct string from a wide variety of data types, including string, integer, and float literals. So this is what we are casting it. Okay. So this is the one only. We are writing integer of 1. Answer is 1. When 2.8, we are casting it to the integer. Then 2.8 will convert to the 2. And integer of, we are casting a string of 3, then it will be added as the integer 3. Same like that here, and same like a float also we are doing that. This is an integer, but when you write float, then the answer will be 1.0. 2.8 is already float. So when you say float, there is no change. It's a 2.8 only. Here again, the string we have given 3, then the float function we apply, then it will become 3.0. Again 4.2, but again it's a string. You see this double quotes, the string got converted into float and it became a 4.2. Same like that here is a string s1 and it is become a s1 and string of 2, no, it converted into 2. Every time you see, my friend, wherever string is there is a double quote or single quote is there, so that is called uh, the string literal. We are casting it to the string literal. Okay, so next one is the strings function. This is the strings. We are going to work on the Python strings. But before that, I would like to give a 5 minutes break. Okay. I'm sharing my screen again. So now we are continuing with the Python strings. Okay. This strings concept is very much important because mostly in each and every the in the interviews they are asking these questions only from the in the strings. Like if I for example, if I attended for around 10 interviews, and 10 interviews they asked about the strings. So whenever you're appearing for the interview, go through these strings and do more exercises and understand, then only go and appear for the interview. Let's understand what is the strings is. Strings in Python are surrounded by either single quotation marks or double quotation marks. See, like this or like this. Both are exactly the same. There is no difference. Okay, there is no difference if you use a single quote or use a double quote. So again, whenever you are writing, when you are write a script, follow one procedure. Either use a single quote or double quote instead of modifying them, okay, again and again. So that's the one of the suggestion I want to give you. And again, whenever you wanted to write a third quote like that, for example, you're writing, it's all right, but again, you wanted to write. So how you can write it? Okay, so you can easily write that, and like Johnny or Johnny, you can able to write without any hesitation. You can able to write. And you can assign a string to the variable. You can assign any string to the variable. So let us try this one. You can write hello, or you can write oh, welcome to class. You can write a statement, multiple words. Even that is also a string. Even that is also a string. Even you take, for example, multi-lines. Even that is also a string. Even that is also a string. You can mention that is also present under the strings. If I'm not wrong, I think we have to add like this multi-line. Yeah. Whenever there are the multi-line string I wanted to add, if we write a multi-line comment is there, right? So we have to add that multi-line comment and we can assign that to a variable. So these all assigned to the variable A, and then we are printing that variable here. So accordingly, whatever we have given the same paragraph, it has printed. Next, multi-line strings. Actually, that is a next stage actually. So this is the multi-line strings. Whenever you have multi-line strings, you have to use this triple quotation. Okay, you can use these three quotes, and then you can able to write either three double quotes or three single quotes. Both will work. Next, strings are arrays. So whenever you have written this, this will become an array. Okay. So it will, the start from the position start from the 0, and then it will go like that. For example, whenever you type a of 1, that is started from here. Okay, let us understand how this work. So whenever there is a string is there, whenever there is a string is there, a is equal to hello world, my friend. Actually, this is fall under like this. This is a kind of array. Okay, this is a kind of array, and the lines are no, the lines is they every single digit. Okay, 1 minute. I just wanna do this. Yeah, a is equal to hello world. So here it start from here. Okay, so the pointer is starting from here. So this position is 0, starting from 0, and this one is 1, like that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 4. This one is 5. The space is there, right? The space is 6. The W is 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, this is 12. So like that, this is going to represent. Okay, so this is the most important thing. Like whenever you have a string, whenever you have a string literal, this is how it look like. So this will become like this again. Okay, so it has, this is a 0, this is a 0, and this is a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, but whenever you are doing the reversing, whenever you are calculating from the reverse, my friend, this will become 1. This apostrophe, this escalation mark become 1, D become 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, space becomes 7, O 8, first L 9, 10, 11, okay, 12. Like that, they will go. Okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, sorry, actually the 13 will come somewhere. I have missed one of the ES string. Okay, so when you are return, it will become a 13 letters, like starting from 1. Okay, so let us see that whether it's the same thing is coming or not. Whenever I say 10, okay, print A of 10. What is the 10, my friend? 10 is L. I am printing A10. What is this? L. It's taking time. Okay, didn't run again. We're running again. Yeah. See, this become L. Okay. What if 12? What is the 12th position? Escalation symbol. Okay. What if 0th position? What is the 0th position? Capital H. Capital H. What is the position number 15? What is the position number 15? There is no 15. So it is telling index error, string index out of range. Okay, so remember that. So where this error came means, that means string index is out of range. You have to give a proper index. What exactly this? And next, whenever it is present, hello world, you can loop through a string. Okay, you can do the loop and you can able to print everything using a loop. Like for example, you're writing for x in banana, print x. Every time whenever the for loop goes, okay, it will print a single each and every letter. Let us find it out. See, so now what happened here? Let us understand what happened in this for loop. So I am opening a new paint again. So I am writing. Okay, now let us take this. This is how we written for X in banana. Oh, sorry. Okay, write it again. Okay, for X in banana. So now what happened whenever there is a for loop goes right? So it will say for X in banana means first it will go to the 0, then it will go to the 1, then it will go to the 2, then it will go to the 3, then it will go to the 4, and it will go to the fifth position, in the fifth index position. And every time it do the root first 0, right? X equal X become a B and print B. Next again loop, it's a loop. After that X become A and print A. So first what it is printing here, first X become B, X become a B, and it is printing B. Next, after that, what is there? X become A. Next, X become N. Again, X become A. Again, X become N. Again, X become A. So like that, whenever we are looping it, whenever we are looping through it, every time X will go here and then here. Whenever we are printing, it will print every time in a new line. So B A N A. So here the idea what you have to remember is you can loop through this banana, you through these strings. And there is a one more function. What is the length of this string? How many letters are there? In hello world, how many letters are there? Total 13 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Including the space. Including the space. Space is also calculated. Next. Check the string. You wanted to see, this is the string you have written. The best things in life are free. And you wanted to see whether free, there is even text free is present or not. Print free in text. Txt is equal to, you have given this line. We are checking, hey, if a free is present, then print the free. So let us write it. So now we are telling if a free is present, it will say true. For example, what I wanted to check is I wanted to check John, whether the John name is present or not. When I run it, let us see what is going to happen. It will say false because John is not present under this txt. If it is present, it will say true. But as it is not present, it is giving the result as false. That is how you can able to check the string. And also now here directly we are checking in a print statement, right? Sometimes even you can check it in a if loop. If free is present in a txt, then print yes, free is present. Else no, free is not present. Like that also you can able to write. See, now here we written if free is in txt, then write yes, free is present. If not, if not free, write something like apple. Whether apple is present in the txt, then it will throw error. Actually it won't throw error, it will go outside of the loop, outside of this particular condition. So it won't print anything. Okay, so it will go outside and there is nothing to output, so that's why there is no output has mentioned over here. Okay, next, check if not. How you can write? If there is not in txt, then it will write false. Same like that, we will write a not in txt. The same way here we'll write not. When we say not in txt, then write uh, no, apple is not present. we have to change according to our context. We have to change the output according to our context. So it is telling if apple is not exist, then write no apple is not present. Okay. So this is how we will do that. Like for example, you have created no you have created one website. You have created one website. You're asking them to add their username and password. So this person has given their username as wrong. They have given the username as wrong. They have given something username is wrong. Then what you will say? You will say the username is incorrect. Username is incorrect. How you will say? Use the same loop, same condition. If username is not match, you will say username is incorrect, like that. Okay. So that is all taken care by the strings only. And go next to the slicing of the string. We will cut no how to slice the strings. Now let us see. Here we would like to write b is equal to hello world and print b to 5. Again, position 5 is not included. Okay. So now let us understand from this image. Now we have written print b2 to 5. Okay. Now we are writing, we are asking, this is the condition we are asking, print b to the 5. Print b 2 to the 5. Actually, b is nothing but hello world. In that hello world, 2 to 5. What is the 2 here, my friend? 2 is L, O. Until 2, 3, 4, no, it is wanted the what it is looking for the condition is it required print b to the 5 means give me 2, 3, and 4 indexes of this particular word. 2 is L, 3 is L, 4 is O. So what is the output? L, L, O is the output for this print B2 to the 5. Let us identify that. So here and try ourselves. When we try ourselves, see the answer is LLO. Next, slice from the start. So I wanted to slice it from the start. When you say slice it from the start, you did not mention the starting position. You simply write like this: b no print b of 5. That's it. So when you write the second statement like this, print b starting to the 5. That means here they are asking, here they are asking 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 letters. What are they? H, E, L, L, O. So this is what they are looking for. Now here, try it yourself. When we try to see, it is taken the hello 0 to the index 4. Okay, fifth index is not included when you write like that. When you go little down, there is something called get characters from position 2 and all the way to the end. So that time we write b hello world and we say simply b 2 to the end. Write b 2 to the end. Now this time we are writing like this b 2 to the end. 2 is here, 2 is L. From L to the until this LLO comma space WORLD exclamatory symbol. So let's try. So it's saying LLO comma space WORLD no at the end of the thing. And next is something called negative indexing. We have discussed the negative indexing, right? So here it is asking position -5 to the -2. I need position -5 to the -2. So let us see. So Here, these all contain the minus, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, like that. So here, the what the interviewer asking you is print b -5 to the -2. So let us understand this. -5 to the -2. What is the -5, my friend? O. -5 is O. Next, R, L, D. This is the answer we are going to get. Let us identify that. Try it yourself. O or L. To the answer I have given. D. Wrong. D should not be included because you're telling 0, 5 until 0, 2 minus 2 should not be covered. So we have to get O or L. -5, -4 and -3. Yes, O or L. So that is the answer here this person has also has got. Next, next example. Yeah, these are the slicing strings. Guys, this is slicing part every interviewer will ask. Every interviewer, okay? Next one is modify string. Next one is the modify string. So you have a upper method is there and there is something called lower method. This upper method nothing but it will convert all the lowercase letters to the uppercase letters. And same like that, this lower function what it will do, it returns entire string in the lowercase. Let us try this. So whenever we say upper of a dot upper, then it's saying hello world will become capital hello world. When you write lower and run it, then the entire string will convert it into the lowercase. So like that, we are writing this. And also whenever sometimes you wanted to, you wanted to remove the white spaces. Whenever you wanted to remove the white spaces, it will remove the white spaces. Like here, white space means not the space in between. If you look at this particular sentence, this contain the front one space is there, and at the end also there is a one space. It is going to strip the front and end spaces. Okay, let us see this. So here if you add 10 spaces to it, also at the end also you will the 10 spaces. When you run, it is going to cut all those spaces and it is going to print. Okay, but I put at the end one dot and at the end one dot, front and starting. What is going to happen? This between the space is not a white space. This is a normal space only. So it will print as it is. The strip means it will remove a front and end of this the word. Okay, and front and end of this string, whatever is present, it is going to strip that particular space and it is going to provide the remaining data to us. That is the strip function. Next, replace a string. Yes, whenever you would like to replace some letter with a different letter, like for example you wanted to replace H with J, then it will become a jello world. Normally it is a hello world. When you replace it, it will become a jello world. Let's try this, replacing the string. So whenever we replace with the H with the J, then it will become a Zello world. What if I write capital J? Okay, then it will become a Jello word. Same to same. Earlier it has a capital J. Now it become a capital Z. Next. Next one is split string. Whenever there is a where you wanted to split it, from where you wanted to split, okay, you have to mention it. Here we are mentioning I want to split it using the comma, so then you can able to split it. Let's try this. So here hello world is a single word. I wanted to split using the comma and add that entire thing to the b and print b. So here when I split it, it will become hello comma world. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to split it using the capital W? What is going to happen? Let's see. Until hello comma space, hello comma space will come here, and W will be gone. ORLD will be here. Now, what I am doing, I wanted to split this with the O. Here we have the two O's. Then what is going to happen? See, wherever the O will be there, it will cut that string into the multiple curve. Then means HELL is one, O. From O it got split again. Comma space W is another O, another split. Again O gone again. Or LD comma exclamatory symbol. That will become a another one. So whenever you have the multiple things, no, it is going to cut exactly like that. Okay, so that is called the splitting the string. Yeah. Next one is there are the more string methods are there. Just what we have got is a very limited one. We have got capitalize, case fold, center, count, encode, ends with, expand tabs, find. There are the multiple, multiple functions are there. Okay. So these all are present under the Python reference. Whenever you would like to go, you can go and you can learn more. Okay. So let us concentrate on the strings and we'll go further. Okay. We have done the slicing the strings. We have done the slicing and we have done the modifying the strings. Next one is concatenate. Concatenate means adding the two strings. So this is also easy. Like here you have the hello, B is world, and you wanted to add. Yes, without any issue, you can able to add Y. Hello also string, world also string, and A plus will become hello world, and it is going to print. Try it yourself. When you try, no hello world, but you felt like where is the space? I want to give it to the space. Whenever you want to give it to the space, you write A plus, there is a give a space here, and N plus B. That's it. Okay, so here only we will go. Instead of C, we write A plus give space in double quotes again plus B. When you run it, the printing hello space world, hello space world. Next, next one is format the strings. How we can format those particular strings. And now we have learned in the concatenation whenever two strings are there, we can able to do. But there is something like that. You have age here and you have my name is John and I am 36 years old. Like that we wanted to write. But when you write like that, it will throw error. What it is throwing error? It is telling that type error, it must be string, not integer. Okay, it is a telling the type error. It is a type error. So what we have to do in that thing is either you can convert it into it, or else in Python there is a new concept called f string. This f string was introduced in Python 3.6 and is now preferred way of formatting strings. So now what they are doing is to specify a string as an f string, simply put f in front of the string letter. So first you write which string you wanted to write. You wanted to write this one. My name is John and I am age. Here you wanted to write, right? Instead of plus age, what you are doing here, same thing you are going to write. My name is I am age. You will add under the curly bracket. Okay, you are going to write age under the curly bracket and you use this f letter in front of this particular statement, the string. So this is nothing but it's a formatting kind of formatting. What it is doing, formatting Wherever the age 36 is there, it's again a variable, right? So it is apply the variable value to here, and it is printing over here. Okay, so this is called f string or formatting string. So using this you can able to do it. In earlier days, in earlier how before this formatting string, what we written is we do like that. I am I am okay, and here they convert the age is equal to, they say like a string of 36, you know. They convert this 36 into the string of 36, and once you convert, then we write like txt plus space plus age. When you write like that, then you can able to get my name is John, I am 36, like that it will get. But however, using the formatting string, this will become more easy. Just write f here, and then wherever you wanted to write the variable, copy that variable and paste here simply age. And now you are going to print what? Simply print the text. It's nothing but in a single variable you're adding another variable here. Okay, that's it. Print text and run it. When you run it, it is no, it is getting directly like that. Okay, with the space, whatever the space. So it's easy. Okay, compared to the earlier method, it's easy. Remember, this is added from the 3.6 only. If you are using earlier versions, it won't work. Next, placeholders and modifiers. A placeholder can contain variables, it can contain operations, functions, and modifiers to format the value. Okay, so not only the another variable, it itself can become an operation, it itself can become a function or a modifier. Okay, suppose for example, let's take this. So here, a modifier is included by adding a column. You wanted to modify this letter, followed by a legal formatting like minus 2f, which means a fixed point number with the two decimals. Okay, you wanted to mention this is a price is there, but you wanted to mention like $59.00. Okay, to do that, what you are doing, you are formatting it. Same thing, whatever you wanted to write, you write in here, and wherever the price is there, you write the price in a curly brackets. However, you want to format it. Whenever you wanted to format it, you write like a column dot 2f. Okay, when you write that, it will become $59.00. So this is a one way of formatting a string directly inside of it. And next one, a formatter contain a Python code also. Like for example, the price is 20 into $59. Okay, this is a kind of a function or a operation, right? This is an operation. So even you can do that. The price is $1180. This 1180 we have added directly using the curly braces. But however, whenever you are using the curly braces, you are using the F, the formatting word F, and write whatever the either operation or the formatter or the another variable or another function we can able to write over here. So this is how it work. Next one is escape character. How you can escape the character? Suppose for example, while you are writing the string, okay, so you are writing like that. You wanted to keep this particular Viking, but it required this double quotes. When you do that, it will get an error. It is telling syntax error, invalid syntax. Okay, because the string thinks that whenever there is another double quote is there, the string is completed by this. Again, this is not a string. It is thinking it's a type error or the invalid syntax error. To escape that, you have to mention that, hey, this is here, you are not ending. The string is not ending here. Then what is going to happen? This thing, maybe this here we are going to end it, and again this is will throw a syntax error. So you have to say backspace whenever you use the backspace and you run it, so that it is escape the double quote as the ending of the string, and it will print like double quotes Viking double quotes and until the from the north. Okay, so it will give a okay. Again I run this again to get the output. Okay, there is a small error we have got, but the answer is like that we'll get. Then let me run again one more time. Okay, it did indicate it. Okay, so like that we can do the escape character. You can use the backslash, new line, carriage return. You can write a tab, backspace, form seed, octal value, and hex value. You can able to escape using these methods. Next one is string methods. So we just discussed what are all the different methods are there. Very huge number of different methods are there. Just to go through them. Okay. And next one is the string exercises. Let's write these exercises. Uh, okay. What are all these string exercises we have? Here, using the length function, print the length of the string. So we have to say the length of x. When you submit answer, it will say when you submit the answer, it's saying correct. Let's go to the exercise 2. Get the first character of the string txt. I want to get the uh, first character. So what is the answer? You have to say txt of 1, 0. I think 0. No. Yeah, txt of 0. Yeah, this this square brackets you have to use, which is because we have to show the index. When you write the submit answer, it gives the correct answer. Next, it is telling get the characters from index 2 to the index 4, like index 2, 0, 1, 2 until the 4. So you have to say x is equal to txt of 2 to the 5. Then it will give the okay, then it will provide you the answer. Like next one is exercise 4. Here it return the string without any white space. White space means here from front and back end. So we have to use the strip function. So txt dot strip function. When we use that, it is going to strip the white spaces. So it is a correct answer. Let's go to the next exercise. Convert the txt to the uppercase. So we have to write txt dot upper. When we write txt dot upper, the everything will convert into the uppercase. So here I'll show the answer txt do dot upper. Okay, this is the answer. Next one is exercise 6. Here convert the value txt to the lower. The same way we have to write txt dot lower. Okay, when you write txt dot lower, then it will convert the every word, every letter into the lowercase. When you submit, it is telling the correct answer. Let's go to the next exercise. Replace the character h with j. Okay, so you have to write replace h with j. Like this, you have to write. Okay, it's saying wrong answer. Okay, so the issue is we have to mention here the double quotes h, and here it's a double quotes because this is a string. So txt to replace,
You should learn for 1 hour also.
excuse me, I am
The
muting.
starting method.
Mufaddal, if you are speaking with us or you're speaking to someone. Okay, guys. Okay. When we submit the answer, it is giving the correct answer. Next, last exercise, exercise 8. So here we wanted to mention here, insert the correct syntax to add a particular placeholder for the age parameter. When we write the age parameter, okay, txt to format the age, okay, when we write the format of the age, okay, this is right, but this one we mention like a f and we have to write, but like this also we can able to format like this, okay, and we submit the answer, it gives the correct answer. So this is all about the strings in the Python strings. And the next concept is the booleans, but we'll discuss the booleans onwards in tomorrow class. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining this. Any questions, guys?